Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do a review and demo on not something new, but just something that I've kind of had my eye on. I've been curious about. It is the e.l.f. Moisturizing Foundation Stick, and I had actually picked up two colors, and interesting, the packaging is kind of like a little bit different. This one just has like the e.l.f. on there, this one has e.l.f. and then all this other info. Interesting. I got these at Target. These are only $6. You can get e.l.f. at Target, elfcosmetics.com. They now have them at ULTA and then a couple different places. e.l.f. I think even like 7-Eleven. You might be able to find them. I think Walgreens now, CVS. So there's a couple different places. e.l.f. is such an affordable brand. I actually want to do kind of like a haul of a bunch of different products to see, you know, reviews and products I haven't tried yet. I'll link down below some of the e.l.f. products that I have done reviews and demos on so you guys can check out, but let me know if you want to see like a whole haul of different products. I've definitely been wanting to do that because e.l.f. is so affordable, but they have some like great hidden gems there. So I decided to pick up the foundation. These are stick foundations, and honestly before I was like, I don't know how I feel about stick foundations, but since I picked up the Makeup Forever stick foundation and fell in love with that because that was moisturizing, I was like, alright, let's give them a chance. And the fact that these said moisturizing on them, I was like, let's do it. So the first one that I picked up, this one was in Nude, and I'll give you guys a swatch, and actually that's why I hadn't used them. So this one is the shade Nude. And I was like, this was the summertime when I picked these up, and I was like, wow, okay, we need to pick up the darker shade. So I went ahead and picked up Natural, and I honestly just had to wait a while because I really just needed my tan to fade in order to, like, you know, kind of try this out and kind of, you know, make it work for my skin tone. So right now I am wearing the tone Natural, which is like the one that's a little bit darker, but you see this one has a little bit more yellow, this one's like a little bit more neutral pink, but Natural is the one that's currently working for me. The drawback, terrible drawback, I feel like, I hope there's more colors, but it only seems as though they have 3 colors. These are 2 of the 3 colors, and then the other one is Ivory, which is the lightest shade ever. So like, honestly, like, I wished it would like 3 colors really, and like not that kind of difference. There's no like for medium and or tan or dark or deep skin tones. So that's definitely a drawback. If you're on my skin tone, a little bit lighter, you'll, you know, probably be able to fit one of these colors, so that hopefully they expand. This is a moisturizing foundation, and I will agree, I have dry skin. This is a lot more moisturizing than I thought it would be. I've tried it with 2 different products as usual. I've tested it out with my beauty blender and then with a brush. And surprisingly, that Makeup Forever Ultra HD Stick Foundation, I actually didn't like it with the beauty blender. I preferred it way more with the brush. But this product, I'll show you guys in a review and demo. I did 1 layer each, and I was actually surprised at how much I liked it with the beauty blender because it is a stick foundation, and, you know, just given my other type of experience, I preferred a brush. And this time with the brush, I was not a big of a fan. I feel like maybe it has to do maybe a little bit more with my skin type, but I feel like the beauty blender really just kind of melted and airbrushed it into my skin, whereas with the brush it kind of felt like it kind of sat on top a little bit more. So I mean, depending on your preference and maybe your skin type as well, it might be a little bit different. I personally, for my dry skin, I preferred the beauty blender. And with 1 layer of this foundation, I think it gives a really nice natural finish. It does cover some imperfections. You might have some peeking through, but it's going to be a real natural finish. It doesn't look too cakey with 1 layer, and I personally, I like to, you know, test it out, you know, get a little bit more coverage, especially if I'm going out and about. For a work day, I'll use 1 layer. I think that works great. 2 layers, I like it, what I'm wearing right now, with a little bit more full coverage. I really like it with 2 layers. Still not looking too cakey using that beauty blender for me personally. I was surprised. I was really surprised with this foundation and how much I actually do like it. Like, honestly, when testing out foundations and it's like a missed product for me, I dread having to, you know, wear it another day, especially if I'm going out, especially if I'm going to be seeing people. It's like, I swear, so I know how to, you know, pick my makeup and, you know, which works for me. I'm testing something out. But with this one, I was like, no, you know what, let's wear it out. And actually right now today, I do have somewhere to be, and I just did my makeup with this foundation. I was like, no, we'll be good for the night, and I actually really like it because, you know, when you go out and you're gonna see people, you want to wear your best, you want to wear what works. I don't want to definitely be wearing a foundation that's gonna look too dry or just look terrible on my face, but this one definitely, I was like, no, let's wear this out. I really like how this is looking. That tells me that, okay, I do really like this foundation. I think this is gonna be great for dry to even normal skin. And normal skin, I feel like depending on the layers you like on that, and then what kind of maybe spray, not necessarily like setting spray, because I love to use Max Fix Plus, which is not a setting spray. It's kind of a refresher. It gives you a little bit more dewiness, a little bit glow to your skin. That I use with every single foundation, and if a foundation does not look good with that, then that just tells me a lot that like this foundation ain't doing it for me. So depending on what kind of setters, what kind of sprays, and what kind of products you use in combination with it, I think will make a difference. Right now, even I'm surprised how much I like it right now, especially because it is getting a little bit colder, a little bit cooler here in the Midwest, and sometimes it's a little bit iffy to use like non-super like moisturizing foundations for me, but this is holding up really well. I will say, I feel like it's a thing maybe with like heavier products, creamier products, stick foundations. I like the way they wear throughout the day because I feel like they're really just kind of like melting into my skin. And I feel like for my dry skin, it just looks better. It doesn't look like, I don't know how to explain, it doesn't look oily, but it just looks, maybe that dewiness just comes out a little bit more. It's just melting in, it's not sitting on top of my face, it's meshing with my face a little bit better. So if while you're blending this out, even when I blend out this foundation or other stick foundations, most foundations, I'm not a big fan of them until they kind of really like sink into the skin. And that's why I feel like, especially with the Beauty Blender, like take your time and really just pounce, really work it into the skin. I feel like that's really, really important in foundations, to work that foundation into the skin, really like press it in there. That's why I like the Beauty Blender, because you kind of press and pounce and, you know, kind of melt it in to become one type of a thing. Because if you don't do enough blending, if you don't do enough pouncing, then that's where you kind of get it. It's sitting there. It's not really doing much. Whereas I feel like with the brush, it was harder to really just kind of blend it into the skin and make it look a little bit more natural. With that, honestly, I think it is true. Since it is a stick foundation, it glided onto my skin, kind of adding the stripes onto the skin. I think it went really, really smoothly. It didn't tug on my skin whatsoever, but it wasn't like super duper creamy where it was just kind of like sliding everywhere, and when I blended it out, it just kind of like melted it off. And then the blendability, I feel like, was so easy. I didn't really have to, like when I say work into the skin, that's just in general. There's some foundations where you try to work that into the skin and it's just like sitting there, but once you kind of blend and everything, I think it was so easy to blend. Like, I honestly feel like I really underestimated this product, and I'm so glad I actually did pick it up, because also the longevity of it I think is really, really great. It is a thicker product, so especially like on my dry skin, I think it's gonna last a little bit longer throughout the day as it kind of like melts into my skin, as it kind of like sinks in there. I've worn this for the workday, I've worn this for the weekends, and I like the way that it wears and how long it wears. It definitely, like my 8-hour day, it'll last me 7-8 hour day. I think it wears really, really nice. For a $6 foundation, I think this is a really, really great one. Once again though, I feel like this is not going to be something a lot of people can try, due to the fact that there isn't really this is a terrible shade range, I will admit. Hopefully they're planning to bring out some more colors. I was looking on the Target website, I was looking at the Ulta website, and I only did see 3 colors on them. I don't know if there's more. Let me know if you know, but honestly, if they expanded the shade range for dry skin, I think this is a really great product. I don't know if maybe there were before or what's going on with this, but hopefully they do, so that more people can try it out and get a really great affordable foundation. So this is definitely a foundation I would recommend to dry to normal skin people. Oily skin, I would say maybe skip it. It might be a little bit too dewy for you. You might kind of like slip and slide everywhere, especially throughout the day. Whereas with dry skin people, I think this is going to be an advantage for you. I hope they expand the shade range. I'll link down below a couple of places where you can get this, but for $6, as well as some of these places where you can get them, they have coupons and they have sales, so you can get it for even cheaper. e.l.f. Cosmetics always has like great sales, either if it's free shipping or sometimes every once in a while they have 40% off. Maybe around Black Friday they might have a sale or something. But definitely check this out. I hope you guys enjoyed this review and demo. Make sure to check the description box for some other reviews and demos of e.l.f. products and some other drugstore products. I hope you guys